Today we're gonna discuss about one important topic. Mostly the people will neglect this topic. Basically, so many people will do their use highly arrays in the DSA. But today we're gonna discuss another topic which is similar to arrays, which is called as vectors. What is vector? A vector is in C++ is a dynamic array which will be provided by the SCL, which is basically a vector which is a dynamic array so unlike arrays, you can change the size of the vector. Like, suppose if you want an array, you have given a size of 10, then for vectors, if you give 10 size, you can give also 11 elements, but it will print 10 elements only, but you can give more than 10. But in arrays, if we give more than 10 elements, it will rise to the errors, and they are contagious in the memory location, and they are contagious in memory location, memory location, and why we will use vectors means it will provide different built-in functions for insertion and deletion and searching. Firstly, we will write a simple program for the vectors, how the vectors will work. I will explain each and every step. In C++, I will try to explain each and every code. Yeah, first things first. Let us discuss in online GDP. Let us discuss this one. What will happen in the code like that. Very important stuff. So first one, hash include. I will write in the CPP code. I will also try to explain the code what will happen. Hash include IO stream, which is what input output stream. This is the basic syntax, and hash include vector. Vector which will allocate the element like similar to the array. Array it is a contiguous memory allocation which is used to store the elements, and in vectors also it is a contiguous in the memory allocation, but it will store the elements dynamically. Suppose if we take 10 elements and the size will be 10 elements, then we can take column also, it will not get any error. So first we'll write the code hash include stream and hash include vector using namespace std. This is a basic syntax in C++. The first two are headers and third one was using namespace std. Because why we have written it is a common syntax function, very useful. Like instead of writing std double dot cout, I'll show why we have written like this. If you have not written like this, you have to write like this. Like it will print hello world /n hello world. Suppose we have give like this in CPP, and let us run. It will give error because suppose if we remove this, we will get printed hello world. I hope you have understand why I have written std function, because that will lead to the easily prints it. So again I will run this. See, so that is a useful regarding why I have used. Now let us come back to our topic, vectors. Firstly, we will take like array only, int n size, cout, enter the size of the vector. What is the size of the vector? The user can understand. And c in n. Firstly, in arrays, we will write like this, right? Int star array equal to new int of n. This is the array allocation. And for vectors, we will take another temporary variable like int temp. For int I equal to 0, I less than n, sorry, int I equal to 0, I less than n, for int I equal to 0, I less than n, plus I, c in temp. We should allocate variable also. Firstly, vector int my vect. We will learn only how to print the vector, just how to print the vector, and I will also tell you how to print the size of the vector also. For int item my vect, it is cout item double space, and let us also cout my vect dot size, and let us take endl. So what will happen in the code is, firstly we will allocate vectors. Vector, we have already discussed that it is a dynamically allocated, same like you don't need to manually manage the size for the vectors, and it will provide the different built-in functions and useful in the different DSA problem for the dynamic programming. Firstly, it is for the arrays I have written. Firstly, it is for int and int temp, or int and int temp cout and the size of the vector c in n. Firstly, we will allocate the vector like this. Vector function is this hash include vector in the header, vector int my vector. Here vector int is a main important keywords, and my vector is a variable, and int n and temp which will be allocated, and c in n which is the size of the vector, and for temp variable, for int I equal to 0, I less than n. You can also write in place of n, you can also write my web dot size also. I will write in the comments so you can understand. In place of n, you can write my web dot size, but it is good, it is very good for I less than n, it is very good, and c in temp, and my web dot pushback of 10. So first let's take 5 elements, then 0 less than 5, it will go to the element. What will happen in this is, it will take every element, like suppose 6 4 7 3 8. Let us take some elements 5, enter the vector 5. So from 0 less than 5, 0 1 2 3 4, these are indexes of the vector, and 0 is index we have 6, and first index we have 4, and second index we have 3, and third index we have 7, and fourth index we have 8. So it will print it 6 4 3 7 8. Let us run the program so we can understand. 5 and 6 4 3 7 8. Suppose we have given another element also 6 4 3 7 8 only, it will get. I hope you understand what will be happening in this code. Only 5 elements only printed. If we give handle here, you will get more clarity. 5 6 4 7 3 8 9 11. Actually in arrays it will get error, but in vectors it will print first 5 elements, and then it will print the size of the vector as 5. See how good. 6 4 7 3 8 and 5. Yeah, that is the code regarding this. Yeah, this is the complete explanation regarding the vectors, and I will explain you more different things regarding vectors and different DSA topics. Hope we'll reach to the next video. Hope you can like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. I will definitely come with another good algorithm. It's Sunday, so it is very special. For every Sunday, I'm promising you that I will plot a DSA topic for the which is very useful for the students. So yeah, this is the complete explanation regarding vectors. Thank you.